collaboration among stakeholders. He emphasized the need to sustain these joint efforts to further strengthen the tourism industry.
Government alone cannot secure Uganda's wildlife future without the support of local communities, development partners, researchers, civil society, the private sector, and responsible citizens. Wildlife protection must increasingly be viewed as a shared national duty.
The minister also urged the Uganda Wildlife Authority UWA to ensure the report goes beyond publication and becomes a practical tool for policymakers, researchers and other stakeholders in the sector.
It should be used actively. Policymakers, planners, conservation managers, researchers, investors, district leaders and all sector stakeholders to inform decisions and shape action.
UWA board chairperson Professor James Kalema called for a review of the Uganda Wildlife Act to enhance its effectiveness, stressing the importance of integrating real-time data into wildlife management.
It's therefore our considered opinion, Honourable Minister, that we revise, and this is going to come in our proposal as a board, that we revise the frequency from 1 year to 5 years.
We are going to work very hard to put in place an anti-poaching force that should fight poaching as we fought terrorism in this country, so that we can be able to be sure that we maintain the wildlife populations.
Dr. Caroline Asimwe, Assistant Commissioner for Research and Ecological Monitoring at UWA, noted that the report covers various categories including flora, macroorganisms, insects and large mammals. She also highlighted percentage increases in several animal populations.
The buffaloes from 2021 to 2025, we have registered an increase of 29%. The zebras, we have registered 18%. The Uganda cobs, we have registered an increase of 5%. The chimpanzees, we have registered an increase of 20%. Impalas, we have registered an increase of 69%.
According to the State of Wildlife Resources Report 2026, Uganda's wildlife is showing strong resilience and recovery. Recent national surveys indicate that buffalo population have risen from 32,235 to 41,548, rhinos from 43 to 61, chimpanzees from 5,072 to 6,075, and zebras from 17,762 to 20,942, among other gains. I'm Nafka Farid and Andrew Sebira.
Scientists and innovators have commended government through the Science, Technology and Innovation Secretariat for providing a platform that enables them develop innovations that benefit not only the Ugandan market but also the international community. This was during the National Science Week at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds that saw the launch of a packaging center of excellence that will equip agro-processors with knowledge on how best to market their products through packaging.
The National Science Week 2026, held under the theme STI Works, Powering Uganda to a $500 billion US economy, has entered its second day, with many Ugandans standing up to witness and embrace the exhibitions. Various exhibitors, including scientists and innovators, showcased a range of innovations in mobility, health, food and beverages, and science and technology.
Basically, this tractor is a farm utility vehicle. It does quite a lot of things at the farm. It can plow, it can weed, it can pump water, it can do maize shelling, it can do weeding, you can use it for transportation and so many other factors.
Basically, we manufacture leather products from Ugandan-made cow leather, cow skin and hides. From the leather in Uganda, we manufacture bags, belts.
This painkiller is the substitute for morphine. Those who use morphine and they get the side effects. This one has no side effects like morphine. It's all natural.
Participants applauded the government for establishing an initiative that allows them to turn ideas into practical solutions, enabling Ugandans and the global market to benefit from locally made products.
It's really impressive that we Ugandans have been given a chance to exhibit what we make and to put it to the international standard. the way they are holding us together and keeping us up. We're really thankful to the government.
Working on the product development. So right now as I talk, we are in the preclinical studies with Makerere University and a COVAB. We are doing it, we are testing it in rats for several things.
We are making sure that mindset is changed so that people can appreciate the technology and move on with it.
Manufacturers have also been advised on how to improve the quality of their products and expand into wider markets.
Packaging is very important, but it takes a big chunk of our costs. So you cannot start with it. First work on your product.
We need to look at how is this product going to reach the final user? In how many hands is it actually going to go through?
Day 2 of the National Science Week also marked the launch of the Packaging Center of Excellence, presided over by the Science and Technology Minister, Dr. Monica Musenero.
Be very open-minded and make use of the center such that you get proper guidance, you get proper knowledge, proper information.
Rebecca Natongo, Mikey Bakabulindi for UBC News.
In other news, the government has announced a major breakthrough in its long-awaited restocking program for the Greater Northern and Eastern regions. Through the Office of the Prime Minister, officials say the first batch of beneficiaries in Acholi, Lango and Teso will begin receiving support before the end of this financial year. Minister of State for Teso Affairs, Dr. Kenneth Ongalo, says preparations are in the final stages, with funds set to be disbursed directly into beneficiaries' bank accounts, marking a shift toward faster and more transparent delivery. Details are emerging on how the rollout will be implemented across the affected sub-regions.
The long-awaited rollout of the restocking program has previously faced delays after being entangled in political disputes, according to the Office of the Prime Minister.
The districts had even begun identifying the beneficiaries. We said, stop. This is not going the way we want, just stop. We want to go back, because most of the districts went back to that same list of beneficiaries which they had received from Ministry of Justice and just picked people from that list.
The government has now confirmed that plans to disburse funds directly to the beneficiaries' accounts are in the final stages.
When you are putting that much money into an activity, you have to make sure that it goes where it should. You have to make sure that you block all the loopholes. Every fat piece of meat will attract vultures. So before you put that meat out there, you must make sure you build structures around to protect it from the vultures. We don't want any mistake to happen in this program.
Of the 80 billion shillings allocated to kickstart the program this financial year, more than 25 billion shillings has been earmarked for Teso sub-region.
As Teso sub-region, 25 billion 684 million 810,000 was allocated to the sub-region. The allocation of funds follow the number of parishes in the given local governments. So how you are, the number of local governments you have determine how much will be given to.
Accounting officers across the Teso sub-region have been instructed to ensure proper utilization of funds to guarantee the program achieves its intended objectives.
And if this money is put to right use, I can assure you that we can make a very big change in this community. Because the 2 bulls can support us in animal traction, we can also use the 3 for income generating, as long as we ensure that whatever is done, money is put to right use.
All eyes are now on the government to see whether it will deliver its pledge to roll out the restocking support before the end of this financial year. Oko Joseph, UBC.
When you don't use Momo, you are forced to quarrel.
Mama, balance? Mama, nkwenye nkumitano. Abantu abakulu atandise obuyayo mwene.
Obuyayo obuliga. Ngobi yanko
ba. Sente dange nizade kolera ngobi nakolera sente dange.
Save yourself from quarreling. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3# to pay and enjoy 0 charges below 5K. That's the power of Momo. When you don't use Momo, you get insulted by strangers. Save yourself from insults. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3# to pay and enjoy zero charges below 5K. That's the power of Momo.
Welcome back, and now in our business news, the government has disbursed 19.091 billion Uganda shillings to beneficiaries under the Parish Development Model (PDM) out of the total 22.264 billion Uganda shillings allocated to Busia district. This significant investment is already transforming livelihoods, enabling households to shift from subsistence farming to active participation in the money economy. The initiative continues to empower communities, boost productivity, and promote sustainable economic growth at the grassroots level.
The Parish Development Model PDM program, launched in 2022 in Busia district, continues to benefit a significant number of residents across various sub-counties and villages. The 1 million shillings revolving fund has supported many households in Maloba John. The district received a total of 22,264,200,000 shillings. He notes that while the program is progressing well, it still faces challenges such as lack of farmer insurance, staffing gaps, and the need to recruit skilled personnel to manage the funds effectively.
Maybe the other challenge I would also try to talk about is extortion of beneficiaries. This one is also becoming a little rampant. We are trying to fight it, but you know, sometimes issues are reported after they have happened, so it makes really following them up very difficult. But those issues which have been reported in real time, of course, I want to thank the Office of the RDC. It has been very handy in trying to pursue the matters.
Adikinyi Margaret Wanyama, a 65-year-old mother of 4 from Majanji sub-county, is one of the beneficiaries. She had initially started a piggery project that struggled to thrive. After accessing PDM funds, she invested the 1 million shillings in 4 piglets, 3 females and 1 male, each costing 250,000 shillings. However, she highlights challenges in the business, particularly the lack of reliable markets for piglets.
1 million shillings, and then I bought 4 pigs. 1 was a male and 3 were female. I bought every pig at 250,000. This place, to get these pigs, they said no, we will not manage. Why? We will not manage to feed the pigs. We will not manage the challenge of medicine. We are not going to build. We don't have money. So the problem I get is market. Within the place I'm in, no one accepted to buy these pigs.
Beneficiary Mokasa David Rogers, a 54-year-old coffee farmer from Busabale village in Dabani sub-county, used the funds to purchase additional coffee seedlings to expand his.
Nengula kubijimusa nenyongera okuziweta emwanyi nezitandika okubala ogamba yield neyeyongera waliwe nali nfuna
50 series. Perfect snap, any zoom. Enjoy 9 GB free MTN data valid for 3 months. Available in any Techno or MTN outlet near you. MTN is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
In a fast-moving world, why are we still stuck with paperwork? Signing here, stamping there, moving from office to office. It's exhausting. Now, there's a better way. With UG Pass, you can securely prove your identity, sign documents, and access government services anytime, anywhere. No delays, no stress. Everything is instant, safe, secure, and government-backed. UG Pass, your identity secured. Available in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. UG Pass is a product of NITA Uganda.
In sports, Uganda's road to the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations is gathering momentum, with major infrastructure now taking shape across the country. Meanwhile, Confederation of African Football (CAF) has released the kickoff and climax dates for the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations that Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda will co-host between the 19th June and the 17th of July.
Not even the rain could dampen spirits in Lira City as the State Minister for Sports, Peter Ogwang, presided over the official handover of Lira University grounds to the UPDF Engineering Brigade for commencement of construction works.
For the construction of the training facility for AFCON in Lira University.
The project marks another key milestone in Uganda's ambitious roadmap towards hosting AFCON 2027 under the Pamoja bid, which continues to drive major upgrades in the country's sports infrastructure.
By 1st November, I should be handed over the facility fully finished. We are operating under very strict timelines. We either fail the country or we must deliver the country.
This project is going to take 6 months, and we mean it. Because you have been given all the money, there is no reason for us to complain of this and that. 6 months you'll be coming here to play football.
It becomes the 4th university-based training facility to be developed following similar developments at Makerere University, Kyambogo and Gulu University.
It's the beginning of the many aspects of our planning, strategic development plan for universities, sports, which we have picked, starting with the AFCON projects, to request the university at a point to nominate their own students of personnel to be trained to manage the facility themselves.
The 13.2 billion shillings project will be implemented in phases and will include a standard football pitch, an athletic track and supporting training infrastructure.
By 31st of August, CAF will pronounce itself on our readiness for hosting AFCON 2027. So this is not business as usual.
Lira University Acting Vice Chancellor Dr. Andrew Julonga welcomed the development, noting that it will significantly enhance the institution's sports facilities and the students' experience.
And we continue to partner.
State Minister for Sports Peter Ogwang reaffirmed the government's commitment to delivering all required facilities within the stipulated timelines. The project will be executed by the UPDF Engineering Brigade with the technical oversight provided by the Ministry of Works and Transport.
We shall have a nice facility here, but we need also access to this facility.
Okay, what about where players are going to sleep?
The minister also urged the private sector to invest in hospitality infrastructure, assuring investors that upcoming international competitions will guarantee sustained utilization of these facilities beyond AFCON.
It's no longer about government. It's now the role of the private sector to come in.
Relatedly, Confederation of African Football has also released the kick-off and climax dates for the 2027 African Cup of Nations that Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda will co-host between 19th June and 17th July. Final details of who will host the opener and finals plus which groups will be known later, with the qualification draw expected on 19th May 2026. Ediulwa, UBC News.
Hundreds of runners turned up at Kyambogo University grounds for the 2026 KCB Kyambogo Ultra Run, which blended endurance sport with community impact.
Participants competed in 50, 25 and 10-kilometer races with elite athletes, amateurs and first-time runners all taking part.
Welcome to the KCB Kyambogo Ultra Challenge. As you can see, there's a lot of activity behind me. Today we flagged off the only Ultra Challenge run in Uganda. We have the 50 kilometers, 25 kilometers, and the 10 kilometers. I actually just returned from the 10 kilometers.
Since its launch in 2010, the Ultra Run has grown into one of Uganda's leading endurance events, helping athletes prepare for major regional and international marathons. Now in its third day of partnership with Tusker, which is a household name on Uganda's running scene, the run is also supporting students with disabilities at Kyambogo University.
I'm very excited to be here today as Tusker as a sponsor of the Kyambogo Ultra Challenge Run. Tusker has heavily invested in marathons for a very long time now. We've seen the running culture grow in Uganda thanks to Tusker. And today it's a no-brainer that we are here sponsoring this run. This is the third year sponsoring this run, and we will hope to continue to sponsor it in future. So as Tusker we've seen runs grow in Uganda. We have sponsored the Renzori Marathon, the Virunga Marathon, the Gulu Marathon, and now the Kyambogo Marathon. Today what we are bringing, we brought an experience. We have a DJ playing, we have offers on beer, on different beers, on Tusker.
Organizers say participation continues to grow each year, with runners praising the inclusive atmosphere.
As you know, the challenge, this is an ultra. We had the 50, we had the 25, we had 10, and I would like to thank all the runners that have come to participate in such big numbers. Thank you so much. We are still building this as one of the best ultra runs in the country.
With the 2026 edition finished, KCB Bank continues to cement its place as a growing movement that celebrates community, resilience, and the enduring spirit of sport.
And Mutesa One Royal University has been crowned champions of the 2026 University Football League UFL after a hard-fought 1-0 victory over YMCA Comprehensive Institute at Hams Stadium, Nachivobo War Memorial Ground.
Mutesa One Royal University sealed the University Football League title in a dramatic fashion, defeating YMCA Comprehensive Institute 1-0 in the finals. The decisive moment arrived in the first half when Mutambo Samuel rose to meet a brilliant cross from Bukenya, directing the header besides the YMCA goalkeeper and giving Mutesa the lead. The second half opened with YMCA chasing an equalizer, mounting several dangerous attacks and testing Mutesa's rearguard repeatedly. YMCA forced a number of corners and launched direct balls into the box, but Mutesa's rearguard stood firm. Goalkeeper Kayanja Joram was outstanding, producing crucial saves from corners and direct efforts, punching away crosses and smothering cross-range attempts. Head coach Mutesa Royal University Sengabi George William praised his players' discipline and commitment, saying the victory was the result of months of hard work and a united squad mentality. Captain Junju Eddy echoed out, dedicating the trophy to the university and to the fans.
I've worked hard, I've gone through much, but as today, reaching today to the trophy that we have taken, we really thank all.
From YMCA Comprehensive Institute, the captain and coaching staff considered a tough defeat, but expressed belief in their team's progress, noting lessons learned and optimism for the next season. The atmosphere at Hams Stadium was electric. From the opening whistle, Mutesa supporters arrived in numbers, waving banners and chanting relentlessly from start to finish. Mutesa Wandro University celebrated their second appearance in the University League final with a hard-earned championship. Meanwhile, Kampala University claimed the second run-up spot after a convincing result over St. Lawrence University, a seasoned team in the competition. Nals Wawini reporting for UBC at Hams Stadium, Nachivogo.
In other sports news, the 2026 Uganda Secondary School Sports Association Ball Games have entered another match day at the main Seroma Christian High School and other venues in Mukono. Enjoy some of the action and reactions from participants.
We have received students from all over the country here in Seroma and Namlyango, a total of 6,688 participants, both officials and participants, male and female. We came in here on 28th of last month, and we expect to end this tournament on the 7th of May. Games are moving on well. We have group stages still going on, and we expect group stages to be ending by today so that we start out with the knockout stages. The participation has been going on well, and the officiation is very, very okay. We've not had any challenges from the officiating officials. That means that our capacity building, trained referees, and all those that have been given to us by the federations are doing a wonderful job. We have a bit of challenges that have been managed. Some of them were issues of distance that has been very far between the courts of play and fields of play, but that schools have endeavored to ensure that they move very early so that they are able to reach the venues at their respective time, not to miss their games.
Now, parents of Olive School Namugongo have praised the school's management for delivering a well-rounded education that combines strong academic performance with active sports development. They are now calling on the government and other stakeholders to adopt a similar approach, emphasizing that nurturing talent through sports helps shape disciplined, productive citizens who can drive national growth.
They go differently. This is Ahmed. Finds that teammate. Ahmed once again. Mayanja. The ball is out.
At 6-4-7-3, carry the take out of your tires and see whether. My brother.
This school, we want to put it at the greatest level of performance, both excellence in academics, but also in sporting activities as a skill that we want to build and instill in our children. So, as a sportsman, you can see I am a sportsman and I love the game. I play it all the time. I can run. I am going to participate in a number of races for parents and teachers. And as parents representative, we must win.
It is impossible to let all your children come to the Olive School, but it is good to identify schools that promote other skills as apart from only, you know, the books and all that, because you will find that the children are skilled in very many ways, and it's what I am seeing in my children right now.
We have a desire to always nurture the children into holistic education,
instructors are instructing
and we believe that it doesn't end on sports day only. If you've been following us, the whole of last year we led in swimming in so many categories, and even this year when we went for first term, our children performed very, very well. So I want to say we are very, very committed to providing holistic education and looking forward to see the children participating at the national at the national level. You all know very well with education. When a child participates at the national level, when this child is joining university, they have an opportunity of getting 4 additional points. As the old school, we feel the work should be starting now. If you want good engineers, you want doctors, we have to start now.
This is Opolot. And that's what's the of
And now that brings us to the end of our second edition of UBC News Tonight. Thank you for watching and being a part of the bulletin. My name is Maureen Babidia with my colleague Mohammed Mugalu on sign language. We'll see you tomorrow, God willing. Good night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.